Every year, John Dayhuff throws his 12 hours of pinball party in Battle Creek, Michigan. One of the highlights of the party is the Zen Tournament, run by longtime friend of John Dayhuff, Pete Mathis. I had a chance to sit down and speak with Pete Mathis about the history of the Zen Tournament and what it's all about. What exactly is the Zen Tournament at John Dayhuff's pinball party every year?
Zen Tournament is a way to kind of get everybody involved, because if you do a normal, typical tournament, kind of like your best players are the only ones that have a shot to win. And with the Zen Tournament, we want to try to kind of like even the playing field, so that what we do is basically take all the names of the people who are interested in being in the tournament, we throw them into a hat, and we pull out two names at a time. And the two names at a time are going to be partners in the Zen Tournament. And you get one flipper, and the other person gets one flipper, and you're only allowed to have one hand on the game. So you could be paired up with any random person at the party, which then is kind of like a great equalizer. It's kind of hard to really, really roll the table, no matter how good you are, because you've only got one flipper. So that's the Zen Tournament in a nutshell. His party kind of evolved from being like a Michigan Pinball League kind of event, where I think, Kaz Pinlicious had a bunch of people over kind of thing, and then just from there, John kept running the party every year. The very first year I went to John's party, it might have been the second or third year that, his house had a gathering, and I didn't run the Zen Tournament. Kaz was running it. So it was the first and only year I've ever been in the Zen Tournament myself, because we did it on Rocky. I think that might be the first or second Zen Tournament there ever was.
What other machines were used in the Zen Tournament over time?
The very next year, I'm trying to remember the one I did first. It might have been Bonsai Run. I know we've used Shadow. I know we've used Judge Dredd, Spider-Man, Elvis, Special Forces.
I remember Orbiter 1.
Orbiter 1, yes, that one was awesome, because it's just so, again, out there. And back then, we were printing out championship certificates on, our inkjet printers and framing them, and that was the trophy. And over time, the trophy's evolved into this really awesome laserific lit-up trophy. But I think we did Canada Dry one year. So we try not to do like all dot matrix display stuff, and we try not to do like all EM stuff.
Yeah.
We did Barracora last year, and this year was Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, it makes sense because of the 20-year anniversary of him buying his first pinball machine.
Yep.
Yeah.
20th year he's had it.
He really gives back. He really gives back to the pinball community with this.
Oh, you've got no idea. I think he's insane, but it's fantastic.
Now, when do you guys does John or you or both pick the machine?
Typically what happens is a few months beforehand, he and I will start talking about it, and we'll start sending lists back and forth of, I think these could work well. We look for things that aren't way lopsided flipper-wise, like has three right flippers and one left flipper, because, then one person's doing all the work and somebody's not doing anything kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we sort of argue and hash it out from there. This year was different. He knew this year was the 20th year of his Harlem Globetrotter. So, as far as the discussion went, it was as far as, hey, I'd like to do Harlem Globetrotter this year because it's the 20th year. And I went, that is a great idea. Whereas, last year we were arguing about Barracora and some other possible ones. And I'll always throw Hercules out and he'll laugh.
Well, yeah, that would also mean he'd have to tune the crap out of it too. So
yeah,
and that'd be a very long tournament.
Yeah, it'd have to be one ball.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
In the past, I think I had a Black Knight 2000 at the time of one of the parties, and we're like, oof, that just won't work. We also want to try to avoid games that are brand new for the party.
Oh, yeah.
If we ever did pick King Kong, it wouldn't have been like the first year you got it, because then you're tying up a machine that everybody kind of wants to experience for the first time, and
yeah, that's true. Well, I've been talking with Pete Mathis here a little bit about the history of the Zen Tournament, and we appreciate your hard work and John's hard work in making this kind of a fun additional part of an already amazing party.
I appreciate everyone at the party letting me interrupt their games over and over again to tell them it's their turn to play.
It's true. It's true. Well, thanks, Pete. Have a good night. We look forward to seeing what the game is next year. Thanks again.
See you there.